Very good morning, my dear students of class 11th. You please open your book, The Tempest, Act 1, Scene 2, the speech of Miranda. Miranda says, "You have often begun to tell me what I am, but stopped and left me to a bootless inquisition, concluding, 'Stay, not yet.'" She says to his father, she says to her father, "You have often started telling me who I am, but you have always stopped me from asking questions, saying, 'Wait, the time has not yet come.'" Prospero says, "The hours now come, the very minute bids thee ope thine ear, obey and be attentive. Canst thou remember a time before we came unto this cell? I do not think thou canst, for then thou wast not out of 3 years. The time has now come. It is necessary now that you should listen to me with attention. What I have to tell you, can you recall the time before we started living in the cell? I do not think you can, because then you were not 3 years old." Miranda says, "Certainly, sir, I can. Certainly, sir, I can." Prospero says, "By what? By any other house or person of anything the image tell me that hath kept with thy remembrance." Prospero says, "What is it that made you to remember that time? Is it your memory of any other house or person that you are able to recall?" Miranda says, "It is far off and rather like a dream than an assurance that my remembrance warrants. What I recollect is rather far off, more like a dream than any definite fact. Had I not 4 or 5 women once that tended me? Once did I not have 4 or 5 maids to attend upon me?" Prospero says, "Thou hadst and more, Miranda, but how is it that this lives in thy mind? What seest thou else in the dark backward and abysm of time? If thou rememberst aught ere thou camest here, how thou camest here thou mayest." Prospero says to Miranda that you had not only 4 or 5, but more than 4 or 5, but more of them. But how is it that you still remember this? What more can you remember from the dark depth of time, from the past? If you can remember anything before you came here, and if you can recall how you came here, tell me now," he asked Miranda. Miranda says, "But that I do not. But I cannot remember anything of that." Prospero says, 12 years since, Miranda, 12 years since, thy father was the Duke of Milan." The story is told by Prospero of the past here to Miranda. "The father was the Duke of Milan and a prince of power. Miranda, 12 years ago your father was the powerful Duke of Milan." Miranda says, "Sir, are not you my father?" When he says, "Your father was the powerful," your father was the powerful Duke of Milan, she says, "Sir, are you not my father?" Prospero says, "Thy mother was a piece of virtue And she said, Thou wast my daughter, and thy father was Duke of Milan, and his only heir and princess. No was issued. Prospero says, Your mother was a virtuous lady, and she told me that you were my daughter. Your father was the Duke of Milan. You were his only heir, successor. You were born a princess and not of any lower birth. Miranda says, Oh, the heavens! What foul play had we that we came from thence? Or blessed was it we did? O heaven, what was it a foul play, defiled play that drove us from there? What's wrong with us that drove us from there? Or was it fortunate that we came here? We came here, that was a lucky thing or not? She is confused. Prospero says, both, my girl, by foul play, as thou sayest, were we heaved thence, but blessedly holp hither. Prospero says, Both, my daughter, it was as a result of great injustice done to us that we were forced to come, but it was a blessing that we were helped to reach here safely. Miranda says, Oh, my heart bleeds to think over the ruin that I have turned you, which is from my remembrance. Please you further. Oh, my heart is sad. Oh, my heart is sad to think of all the trouble I must have given you, which I have forgotten. Please, sir, continue your story. Prospero says, My brother and thy uncle called Antonio, I pray thee, mark me, that a brother should be so perfidious. Listen to me carefully. My brother as well as your uncle called Antonio. It is awful, fearful to think that a brother should be so treacherous. He whom next thyself of all the world I loved, and to him put the manage of my state. He was treacherous, so treacherous, was loved by me more than anybody else except you in the world. Except you, I loved him so much. To him, I entrusted the management of the state, which was the foremost among all the principalities, authenticies. As at that time, through all the signories, it was the first, and Prospero the prime duke, being so reputed in dignity and for the liberal arts without a parallel. Besides, I had the reputation of being superior to all other dukes in dignity and in knowledge of the liberal arts. I was master in liberal arts. Being busy, those being all my study, the government I cast upon my brother, and to my state grew stranger, being transported and wrapped in secret studies. Thy false uncle, dost thou attend me? He says, being busy with the study of the liberal arts, I handed over the civil administration to my brother Antonio. I became so lost in my studies that I became a stranger to the affairs of the state. I had no knowledge about my subject, I was totally stranger to the affairs of the state. Your wicked uncle, are you attentive to what I am saying? Miranda says, Sir, most heedfully. Sir, I am listening to you with utmost attention, complete attention. Prospero says, being once perfected how to grant suits, how to deny them, who to advance and who to trash for overtopping, new created, the creatures that were mine, I say, or chained them, or else now new formed them, having both the key of office and office, set all hearts in the state. To what tune pleased his ear, that now he was the ivy which had hid my princely trunk and sucked my verdure out on it. Thou attendest not. Prospero says, having once thoroughly learnt the art of granting petitions and refusing them, your uncle learnt whom to promote and whom to restrain and whom to control for harboring excessive ambition. This way he won the support of officers who had been appointed earlier by me, or he replaced them with others. He had full control on the administration, civil administration. He could then grant all offices as he pleased. He made the office holders to act in accordance with his wishes, just as a tree trunk may be hidden by the ivy green plant. This is ivy which goes round it and sucks its strength from it. He has given the example of ivy tree which goes around it and sucks its strength from it. This man hid my princely status, but you are not listening to me. Miranda says, oh, good sir, I do. Sir, surely I am listening to you. And what happens after that, you will listen. You will watch in the next video. Thank you so much, students.